Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Hi, everybody. How you doing? I'm much more rested and much more alert today, so let's get going. Good morning, Honora. How are you? Grabbing some coffee? I understand that. Leonie, how you doing? I'm doing a lot better today. I got actually some good rest yesterday. Had a horrible time sleeping Thursday night. I didn't get to sleep till almost 5 in the morning. I don't know why I could not get to sleep. It was just like really bad. But that's not here now. So, hey Skylet Love, how are you? Hello, hello. So today we got a few things to do in Long Dark. We are on day 353. We're almost to 1 year. We're in Transfer Pass, and we are doing a little bit of mapping in Transfer Pass, and then we'll be moving on to Forsaken Airfield. We have to be careful, though, because we could run out of food in Transfer Pass, because there's not a lot of food here. Lamb H with a 28-month resub in Southside. How you doing on the YouTube side there? Woo! I hope Lamb H, you and Jorps are doing well. Thank you for the 28-month resub. Appreciate that very, very much.
Lav_ just resubscribed for 28 months.
Oh my goodness, and Aldreas in with a 44-month. Oh my goodness, back to back, baby. Oh yeah. Elcor, how are you? April, good morning on the YouTube side. And thank you, Aldreas, for that 44-month resub. Okay, how are we doing on weight? Okay, we're a little bit heavy.
Aldrin
That's
just
alright.
resubscribed for 44 months. It's time for some liberty.
It's time for some levity. Well, I don't know how levity will be, but I'll have a little bit of tea here and there. But yes, we are going to be mapping up a little bit here, and then we will be moving onward. I'm going to leave some of this stuff here for the moment because we don't need it while we squirrel around in this zone for a second. I don't think I need that because I've done all the cars right now. And I'll leave that here as well, just so we're a little bit lighter. Okay. In me country, it's night. Well, Rebby, hello to Romania as well. Hello, hello. It's a saying from Helldivers 2. Yeah, I've heard about that one. Okay, let's drink down that. And let's go ahead and drink a little water. And then let's go out and get some mapping done real quick. We've mapped up pretty much all of this out here. I need to map up a little bit up over here, though. Well, Rebel, welcome in from Romania. I hope you're having a great day. 6 p.m. in Slovenia. So perfect time to chill. That is awesome. I don't know if it'll map this car or not. Oh, it does. Look at that. It does map it. Sometimes the cars won't map unless you actually, like, get in them or stand right by them. In that case, it's usually better just to go inside the car and map it. Now, usually there's, like, nothing in here, but I'm going to check anyway. I did get rest yesterday. Thank you, Teresa. Yeah, I had such a hard time on Thursday night getting some rest that, yeah, I pretty much just slept most of the day yesterday. I slept and took it easy for most of the day. Let's put it that way. Yeah, there's some stuff in here you could break down if you wanted to. And there's no way really to go out here. There's no way to go out there. I've been watching your first Interloper runs from YouTube. Oh my god. That's some scary stuff. Oh jeez. Honora with 100 bits.
Everyone.
Thank you for the 100 bits, Honora. Oh my. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Anna started a hype train. What? What's up with that hype train? Thank you for the hype train, the beginning of the hype train there. And hi over on the kick side to Honora as well. Hi, Honora. So let's go ahead and see if we can map up one more little area here before it gets dark. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. You're currently sick though? Oh no. Oh no, you took care of both your kids who got sick and now you're sick. That sucks. Oh, there's some cattails over there. Didn't realize that. Well, I hope you get well soon. And good morning, Kenneth. Good morning on the YouTube side. Favela, hello, how are you? Good morning. Well, Jorps, I'm glad you're enjoying the older runs. Those, there's a lot I didn't, well, there's a lot I still don't know, but there was a lot I didn't know back then for sure. Yeah, insomnia is the worst thing. It's usually, it's just, I get, it's not even so much, I don't think it's classic insomnia. It's just, I get stuff on my mind and my mind just won't like stop working. And I just can't quiet myself sometimes. And I'll turn on a show and try to get calm, or I'll turn on a, or I'll turn on the radio and just listen to it for a little bit. I'll just lay there in the dark and just be like having my mind go 1,000 miles a minute. It's not fun. It's neither fun nor funny. I think we got one more day here. We just got to map a few more things and then we're going to get the heck out. Yeah, there's all sorts of nasty bugs. Nasty nasties. Alright. Mine could be an awful thing. It can be an awful thing for sure. And hi, Sorrowskism over on the kick side. Hello, Sorrowskism. I actually don't think Sorrowskism's gonna try to sell me something on Kick today. That is awesome. I've always joked that about 90% of the viewers that I see on Kick come through that actually chat, they're usually trying to sell you something. They're like, hey, would you like to grow your audience over here and get paid big bucks? It is hilarious. All right, Elcor, come on over to the YouTube side. Come over to the dark side. All right, let's eat the cattails down. We got just a teeny tiny bit more mapping to do. We actually can go to the zone of contamination now, so. Yes, it did a lot of good for me, Rhiny Beef. I feel 1,000% better today than I did yesterday. I'm going to go all the way down to the end here and map this real quick. And then we'll turn around and go the other way. Let's drink some water. I mean, we've done a good job mapping this zone out. It's not too bad. But welcome in, Rhiny Beef. It's good to have you here. Namfoodle, how are you? One amazing trick I get. 100 followers on Kick can be yours. Yes, exactly, Sorrow. Exactly. Would you like to grow your Kick channel? I have an amazing trick that will get you hundreds of followers immediately. And the best part is, Kick won't ban you for botting your channel. Like Twitch will. Or YouTube will. They won't ban you for doing it. That's the best part. You get hundreds of followers and no possibility of ban because Kick doesn't give two craps. Yes, Forsaken Airfield is really a pain, Elcor. Okay, that actually leaves Transfer Pass. So that's the exit. That actually will go into Zone of Contamination there. Let's see here. Your sister's dog have ticks and they make her itch like cray cray. Oh no! Well, that's no fun. Yeah, I'm sure they do. Yeah, you know, Honora, it's tough to do things the right way. Well, I'll blame it part on society. We very much live in a society that is very focused around instant gratification. And, you know, doing things for the long-term goal is not really encouraged or promoted much. So. Oh, Bavella, you're Bavella on Twitch. Okay, I gotcha, Ari. I still have not found the cave over here. Somebody told me there was a cave over here. I don't believe them.
Too cold to think.
We'll see. They're probably right, and I'm just missing it. I think this is the road to I think this is the road to Forsaken Airfield, right? Twitch has funny rules for passwords. Hello, Bunny Wab. You're mine now, son. I think this will be the entrance to the new, whatever mountain region it's supposed to be. Yeah, see, it's not cleared out yet. But that'll be the entrance to that new region. Oh, there's a rope climb right here? Really? I did not know that. I guess that's a rope climb right here. It doesn't exist yet, but it's supposed to be a rope climb. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a mountain pass zone. That's gonna be the fight. There's supposed to be 3 zones for this. We've gotten 2 already. We got Zone of Contamination and Airfield. And then there's supposed to be a mountain pass as well. And that's the third one. And I'm wondering if it's going to be a climb up there to get to it. Because it's showing that here. That's interesting. Map up one more time here. There we go. Just to get a little bit more of that uncovered. Because this path down here leads you to the Zone of Contamination. This one's going to lead you to the other zone, and then this up here leads you to the Forsaken Airfield. So we've got 3 zones going out of here. 2 of them are actually doable right now. The third one is not. Oh, really? Did I get a ptarmigan nest in here somewhere? I don't think I did. I heard ptarmigans. Is there another ptarmigan nest in this zone? Really? Seriously? Stupid sprains. There's another ptarmigan nest here. Oh, I almost had him. He took off right as I was drawing my arrow back. He was like, "Peace out, sucker." Oh, that's weird. I did not get a ptarmigan nest on the actual map. That's kind of annoying. Kind of annoying. Good morning, Faith. Maybe the ptarmigans got scared of the rabbit's death cry. They knew you were coming. Possible. I don't think... No, I have no mag lens fat chance. I'm just going to use my fire striker. Or I'll just use a match. I'll use a matchy poo. But how are you, Faith? Yes, we got some long dark this morning, and then this afternoon we're going to get back into our Medieval Dynasty Oxbow map. I'm super excited about that. That's going to be fun. We've not played on that for a couple of weeks, so we're going to be getting back into that. Can I guess your age, Louie? I have no idea. 27. I don't know. I mean, guessing somebody's age for me is hard enough when I'm standing face to face with them, let alone when they're an icon. When they're an icon on a chat board. I would have no way of guessing an age. You see the collector set they added to Medieval Dynasty in real life? I did see that, yes. I did see that. Alright, let's go ahead and get some broth going. And we'll also get some water going. "32 minutes. Awesome. Alright, let's get this rabbit meat harvested up. So you're 21? I didn't guess 21, no. I always think 27 is a good number because it's like right in the middle of everything. It's like young enough that older people will be complimented and younger people won't go, "Oh no, I'm not that old." All right, let's grab the guts. 27's half my age. Yes, it has. It is. Do I not have enough? Do I not have enough water for broth now? I don't have enough water. It's 1.5 liters of water for broth. That's just nutty. That's just nutty sauce. Yes, then if you are actually 21, you are a young pup. You're a youngin'. Lunchtime, big old baked potato with bacon and broccoli with gobs and gobs of melted cheddar cheese. Yum. Is broth more caloric than pure ptarmigan meat? Yes. It is way more caloric than ptarmigan meat. So a regular piece of ptarmigan, a kilo piece, which is what it takes to make, it has 500 calories. And will give you about 540 or so when you cook it. And one broth gives you 850 calories. And it doesn't smell. That's the other thing that's awesome about the broth. There's no smell from the broth at all. So that is the very cool thing about it. Is you never have to deal with smell. I've been celebrating the fact I can drink in America. There you go. I don't drink, so for me I'm just like, eh. Don't really care. Alright, let's get that broth back up here. There we go, get a little more broth going on. Yeah, now I just want to know where I find these awesome canning jars at, you know?
I would drink almost anything about now.
You would. You would drink almost anything right now. Alright, let's drink something then. There we go. Okay, and then let's go ahead. We'll down this thing of broth. So yeah, the broth is just a very efficient way of eating the ptarmigan. And let's take one more ptarmigan feather. We're gonna use our hands. I should have done that last time. Now you just want all the recipes, Ari? That's where they get you. They get you with them recipes. They make you go, I want it! It's also giving us some good outdoor time. Now, I could make a rabbit pie if I wanted to. Could make a little more rabbit pie, but I'm gonna get the acorn. No, you know what? Let's get the rabbit pie down. Yeah, how does he get all the plates for the pancakes? Oh, he carries a full dinner set with him. You didn't know? He carries that full dinner set with him everywhere he goes. He's got plates and cups and jars and bottles. He's got the whole thing in his backpack. How many thermoses have I found so far? About 6, I think. I left most of them behind though. How much ptarmigan meat do I have? Okay, I only have a small piece right now, so we'll just cook that. We'll eat those down. But, yeah, the thermoses, I left those behind in Broken Railroad. Because I just didn't want to deal with it. Or not Broken Railroad, I left them behind in Milton. Because we'll be going back to Milton. Really, I could make a rabbit stew. Let's make a rabbit stew. I've not made a rabbit stew, period, so... Get that acorn done up.
It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
Get a little more water down. And let's pluck a feather from this ptarmigan. So you think the thermos is degrade if you get in a struggle. Oh, that's interesting. I did not know they could do that. You still get lost in Mystery Lake, Ari? You know, a lot of the zones are very, you know, it's one of those things where the zones you only get better at maneuvering around them once you've been in them for a while. They're definitely something that you have to play in and around for a while to get better at. So I'm gonna take these 2 torches. Grab that charcoal there, because we always need more charcoal. Oh, there's a maple out here. Interesting. Did I get that maple on my map? Oh, I did. Hey, look at that. I got that maple on the map, and I didn't even notice it. Yes, I got the one with the, I got the one Riny Beef that looks like this. The Jackrabbit Island one. I got the Jackrabbit one. I got this one. The one that Rusty made for me.
Behind.
Got killed in a wolf in Mystery Lake. Yeah, they sent it to me, yes. In under 2 minutes of spawning yesterday. So much fun. Yeah, that'll happen. That will definitely happen. Okay, hold on a second. Let's go around here. Let's get back into our little house. House of the ha. I know there's a way down. Oh, it's right here. Okay. I was gonna say, I know there's a way down here. I've been down it many times. Look how beautiful the night looks now. Even got stars in the sky. It actually looks really nice. You know when they're planning on releasing more of the DLC? It probably won't be till mid this year, I would imagine. That's just a guess. I don't know for sure. I just need to close my eyes. Hey, Mike, how you doing? How's it going, Mike Eco? I hope you're having a good day, my friend. No sticks, no rocks. I fought that wolf with my fists. Isn't there supposed to be one more tail? Yes, I believe the next tail will come out with the final update, because the next tail is going to involve us going into that one zone we were just talking about. The
too much stuff to carry.
The mountain zone that is going to be attached to here, because up here there's this rope and a dead end. This dead end here leads to zone of contamination. This one leads to nowhere yet, but that will lead to the new place, I'm pretty sure. All right, let's go ahead and pluck the feathers off these little buggers real quick. We'll get these going. But good morning to everybody. I hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. I just hate being wasteful. Okay. Let's grab all of our stuff out of there. How many ptarmigan down do I have? 50. I have 51 ptarmigan down now. Let's leave like 25 of that here. Oh, I forgot to drop the fresh guts and the fresh hides here. Yeah, we'll have a lot of rabbit hides and a lot of guts here when we come back. That's just what it is. The beginning is the hardest part. If you get through that, you should be able to survive long term, no problem. Yeah, usually the beginning of Long Dark is the toughest. That is the hardest nut to crack. I'm not saying that, you know, once you get past it, everything's all, you know, roses and sunshine. It can still be very hard to survive, and you have to be careful. You just can't be like, oh, I'm gonna be fine once I'm past day blah blah blah, because that's the other thing, is that in the long dark, one of the things that'll kill you the quickest is just getting overconfident. Overconfidence is something that will kill you very quickly in this game, and so you got to be careful of that as well. You can't get cocky. Don't get cocky, kid. That's where I'm assuming the new zone will be. Southside is north of Desolation Point on the map. Hubris is deadly. Yes, it is. Hubris is a slow, insidious killer. Well, we're just gonna prepare to get out of here because we are leaving. All we have to do right now is just map up here, and that's just mapping on our way out. So, do I need to repair anything here? Let's repair our boots, just cause. There we go. How much cloth do I have? I got 11 cloth. I got 8 acorn grounds. Okay, let's leave some of the acorn grounds here because we won't need all those on us. Actually, I'm going to leave them all here because guess what? I have 4 more prepared acorns I can just smush up. Let's leave some of our cattails for our return trip. I'm going to take all the charcoal. I'm gonna leave that because I have that already. Let's break these torches down real quick. Hey, Freakazoid 5000, how you doing? How's the weather in there? We've had some heavy snowing, at least half a meter's on the ground. Well, today is sunshiny and partly cloudy. It's gonna be 54 today. And the rest of the week looks like highs in the 40s and low 40s and mid 50s. For the rest of the week here, and I don't know. Did it say a little bit of rain? Yeah, a little bit of rain. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, it looks like we got anywhere from a 35 to 65% chance of rain for this next week. So, not too shabby though, to be honest. All right, I want all that stuff. Let's go category by category. Okay, so. I need all those. Ooh, excuse me. I'm going to keep that as well. Keep my flares, my flare shells. Definitely going to keep all my foods. And my clothes. Actually, I'll leave my backup gloves here. I'll just remember they're here. Need all that stuff. Wow, I have 6 stems now. Hanging on to those for sure. Okay. I've got more pies out here. So I've got a lot of pies. Oh, we're going to eat one of those down and get our carry weight up. And then we're going to eat a drink of broth. And then here's a trick you can do. We're going to eat down one of those there, down to 0.02. And you can still, and check this out. If we drop these 3, we can take this 0.02 and we can turn it into acorn grounds. And then we can get the coffee out of those, or we can make prepper's pie with those. So that's a little trick you can do with the acorns right now. I'm not saying nothing, I'm just saying you can do it if you want to. Okay. Time to get a move on, boys and girls. Time to go to Forsaken Airfield. The fun. Oh, you know what we should do? Let's check. I think the fire. Oh, I'm sure they'll fix that, Enora. I'm sure they'll fix it. I just think it's funny right now. I didn't even know about... Oh. Oh, hello.
Grab something.
I didn't even know you could do that until I accidentally did it. Because I like accidentally ate I accidentally ate one of the acorn grounds that I had, and I was like, oh dang. And then I was like, oh, I could actually eat it. Or I could actually eat it and still crush it up. And I still get acorn grounds from it. So I was like, okay. If you want to do that, you want to do that. Hey Alice, good morning. Yes, I am alive. See, here's the thing. It's Field 13, Langston Mine, and then, see, now Langston Mine is actually, like, I believe when this first came out, it said Field 31, and then it was like this. You see how this bottom one is all blurred out? I think Langston Mine was blurred out as well. I think that was blurred out as well. So now they've fixed it. Okay, so that's where we are right now. Okay, let's get up the road here. Oh, I think this is where the cave is. Is there a cave up over here? I know somebody was talking about a cave in this area. I couldn't find it, though. Oh, Jesus. No, thank you. Yeah, see, I haven't found the cave up over here. Very weird. Somebody was saying there was a cave up in this area over here. Maybe it was over here. Might have been over there. I guess we'll discover it on our way back. Right now, I'm just gonna grab some more acorns while we can and do a little more mapping. There are so many acorns in this zone as well as Forsaken Airfield. So many. Okay, well then I got that one. There's the cave. There's the cave right there. I got that cave there. What's up here? Was ist das? Hey, Zombie Vamp, how you doing? Well, that's a nice little overlook area. That's kind of cool. The broad area. Huh. The run's going good. We're almost at 1 year in game, and we are almost to Forsaken Airfield, which is going to be our biggest map job yet. The zone that every mapper's dreams of. Every mapper dreams of going to Forsaken Airfield and mapping that place up, because it is the best to map. Hello, Truckity Boo. I want the truck. There we go. I'm gonna drink a coffee because we need a little energy. It's getting tired in here. Hey, Bad Boy Gamer, how you doing? Yesterday, 1 new sub. And most views I've ever had had 114 likes. Nice! Very happy for you, Bad Boy Gamer. That's awesome, man. Redacted just became a Wolfpack member for 13 months. Hard to believe it's already been 13 years, I know. Really? Okay, is it going to be Stormy and Forsaken Airfield as well? Yeah, it's going to be Stormy here too. Fantastic. I know, Stooley. That redacted guy seems like a real tool. 13 years. 13 years. How do I like the new zones, Glimmering Fog, and so on? I'm not the biggest fan of the Glimmering Fog, Lamb H, because it just makes it difficult to map and to move around the zone. For me, the Glimmering Fog is more of just a thing that stops you from going places and doing stuff than really a mechanic that really is useful. I mean, blizzards are sort of the same way as well, but you know, at least the blizzard I can get on board with, I guess. The Glimmering Fog is just kind of annoying more than anything. It doesn't really, the Glimmering Fog really doesn't do anything as far as like make it hard for me to play or anything. It's just kind of annoying. It's like, okay, I gotta put up with this Glimmering Fog crap now. Yeah, it's more of a nuisance than oh my god, it's the Glimmering Fog, what am I gonna do? Do acorns ever respawn? I've never seen them respawn, no.
I might have to drop some gear.
Oh, Shushabai, you're fine. Well, how annoying. We were gonna go to Forsaken Airfield. What's the best pizza for toppings? I like lots of meat. Lots and lots of meat. In my day, we still didn't like blizzards. We still thought blizzards suck. So yeah, I could do without the Glimmering Fog. I really could. I mean, it's kind of cool in one sense because you can use the receiver while the Glimmering Fog's out, so you don't have to worry about getting attacked by wolves or whatever, or you don't have to worry about Aurora wolves while the Glimmering Fog is going on. Now the downside is that you can't see crap while the Glimmering Fog is going on, so you're very likely just to walk into a wolf and then you'll hear him bark and then he'll attack you. So. Pizza. Pizza. Okay. Let's see. All right. I don't want to map anything, so I'm just going to put that away. Oh, can I sharpen up anything? Let's look at maintenance first. Yep, we need to sharpen our knife up. That's one thing about this game, though. It always like you have the best laid plan. You're like, okay, let's go to Forsaken Airfield, and the game goes, I've got other ideas for you. And you're like, gosh darn it. Stop having your own ideas, game. I'm actually going to leave these mushrooms here, because we'll find more mushrooms in the new zone. Actually, I'll take 4 mushrooms along. Just so we can make a prepper's pie if we absolutely find... If we can find another burdock root, then we can make a prepper's pie. But for me, I like a lot of meat on it, but I also like olives and mushrooms on my pizza as well. So for me, a beef, mushroom, and olive pizza is probably the best. That's my fave. That's my go-to. Place near me makes phenomenal chicken broccoli Alfredo. Nice. Ugh. Quiver fog is like Timberwolves for weather. It is like Timberwolves for weather. Zombie vamp, that's a good way of putting it. Favorite toppings are mushrooms and black olives. That's one of mine too. Do I like pineapple on my pizza? Not really, no. A pizza's no place for vegetables. In my humble opinion. You can have your vegetables, don't get me wrong. If you want vegetables on your pizza, you feel totally free to have vegetables on your pizza. It's just not my thing. I did not realize I was so low on water. Summon a lich. Okay, and fruit. So fruit and vegetables do not belong on pizza. I'll spell it out for you. Fruit and vegetables, in my opinion, don't belong on pizza. There's a place for fruits and vegetables. And that's with a little dip on the side. A nice little broccoli dip, or a nice little, ranch dip or something like that. You know, that's where vegetables belong and fruit belongs. Onions, I'm not a big fan of onions, so I had the worst stream ever today on Nightingale. The server crashed me 3 times, had the game picture at my end, and the viewers had black screen on theirs. No one told me nothing about it. Through a 3.5 hour stream. Yeah, the server side issues of Nightingale are a little bit troublesome. The good news is that I saw an announcement on Steam that they are looking into doing non-server side stuff with Nightingale, which I think a lot of people have been really wanting. So it's good that it sounds like they're actually listening to the community, and it sounds like that may be something we got coming to us. So
Too heavy.
there we go. All right, let's drink down this last broth we got here. Get rid of anything tomato on your pizza then. No, tomato sauce is fine. No, that's a sauce. That's a sauce. Sauces are fine. It's when it's an actual physical thing on the pizza, see? It's an actual physical thing. I see, like, but I wouldn't be okay with an onion sauce. I'm not okay with that. It doesn't matter if it was made by tomatoes, it's now a sauce. It's different now. It's fundamentally different. And that's what makes a difference. Me, I just like meat on my pizza. I don't like vegetables and fruits and stuff. I mean, I can eat them. I can hack it. Don't worry. I'll There's no. A wise man said there's no such thing as a bad pizza. There's just some pizza that's just not as good as others. I mean, I'll eat it. Don't get me wrong. Okay. I think about the only thing I probably would never eat on pizza is like anchovies. I'm not a big. That just kind of skeeves me out. I probably would never do anchovies. That's just because I don't like anchovy. I don't like fish type stuff very much. Except a pizza infected with listeria. Well, no, I'm talking about a good pizza. How long have we survived for so far? We're almost at 1 year. We are, what, 8 days away from 1 year now? Nice. But yeah, if I had my ideal pizza has beef, mushrooms, and olives on it, and that's it. And I'm a very plain Jane person when it comes to pizza. Heck, I even enjoy a great triple cheese pizza. Just a nice cheesy pizza. Hey, talking about cheese. Hey, Peach B, how you doing? You're kind of cheesy, aren't you? How you doing, Peach B? How is it going? I hope you're having a great day. Could we give a shout out to the Peach B, please? And Asagio on there, yum. Yeah, see, I mean, that's the thing is, like, for me, there's no such thing as a bad pizza. It's just varying degrees of yum. But yeah, for me, anchovies is about probably the only thing I wouldn't go with. I wouldn't go with the anchovies. Oh, thank you, Riny B, for shouting out Peach B there. Bam! There's the Peach B right there, boys and girls.
I wish to see the ghost. Hold on, oh, there
looks like some Phasmo.
Where is it? Oh!
And dead.
Throws the bottle.
And dead.
I can wait for
Joe Rogan
Wow.
likes double anchovies, double pineapple.
Let's do that.
Well, then Joe Rogan's wrong.
And maybe, walkers.
It's okay to be wrong. It's okay. Everybody's entitled to be wrong. Reed Weber, how you doing? Hello, hello. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to all of you. Peach B for the win. Yes, Peach B for the win.
Freezing.
I know you're freezing, buddy. It's gonna be fine. You're gonna be just okay. Pick up some sticks along the way so we make a little fire. It better not start blizzarding all of a sudden. That'd be very disappointing. We are exploring. We just got into Forsaken Airfield. Hello, Mr. Dinner. Hello, Dinner. Oops, I missed. That time we didn't. My poor arrow got broken. Mr. Rabbit, that was all your fault. Oh wait, where's my good arrow? There it is. There it is. Woo, pixel hunt time. Time for the pixel hunt, baby. Bell peppers and black olives. I like a good bell pepper. It's not on my pizzas most of the time. I mean, I'm just talking my ideal pizza does not have fruit or vegetables on it. And it doesn't. Well, I guess mushroom, well, I guess olives are kind of, are olives a fruit? Are olives a fruit? Okay, maybe I'm wrong then. Maybe I do like fruit. Is an olive a fruit or a vegetable? 'Cause I know mushrooms are fungus, so those don't count as either. Olives are a vegetable. Okay, then I like that vegetable on my pizza. They're a fruit. They grow it. See, now you're just confusing me on purpose. Now you're just confusing me on purpose. Is it a fruit or a vegetable? Okay, it might be a fruit, it might be a vegetable. We got conflicting reports. Somebody do a quick Google search. See if it's on there. Ask Google Gemini to draw you a picture of an olive. An olive from the 1800s. See what it comes up with.
Come on. Well, thank goodness for that.
Olives ate probably something weird like a legume. Technically speaking, they're fruit as they are a fruit as they contain a seed and grow from a flower of a plant. However, its savory taste means that often people refer to it as a vegetable. Okay. Okay, so they are a fruit. They're a stone fruit like peaches. Okay, excellent. They're a stone fruit like a peach. So olives have a pit then. Interesting. I did not realize olives had a pit. That is kind of cool. Hey, Righty Beef, you know who also likes peaches? The Peach Bee. They like peaches too. They like they do. They like peaches as well. All right, let's just cook up this rabbit real quick. And let's roast up those real quick. Most olives we eat are pre-pitted. The pits are super hard and can easily crack teeth. That's how I cracked my tooth. I cracked my tooth on a not on a pitch on a pit, but on a I cracked it on a kernel. On a popcorn kernel. That was not fun. Let's see how much water do I got. 2 liters of water. Okay, we're just gonna get warmed up by Mr. Fire here. I'm gonna harvest up the rest of Mr. Rabbit real quick. Yep. Yep. Yeah, it was my back molar. It was that tooth. A couple of years ago, I had that tooth extracted. It got cracked so bad, the dentist was like, well, we can fix it, or you could just get rid of it. And I was like, just get rid of it. I don't even want to bother. I don't even want to mess with it. Let's eat that down to a little bitty bite. There we go. Get some water. Oh, hold on a second. Let's do... No. Did I fill up... Okay, I didn't fill up all the way.
Dropping all this gear.
Yeah, let's drop that. Get that warmed up. We'll drink that down. Yeah, I saw that, Kenneth. It's a joke. It's so funny. It's like they're so concerned about being inclusive that they don't care if they're historically inaccurate. It's like, okay. Actually, I should just map right here real quick. There we go. Yeah, I think that's pretty hilarious, Kenneth. Pretty hilarious. And of course Google's all like, oh no, we didn't mean to do that. It's like, well, yeah, but it did. This road is long and windy. It's a long and winding road. Sort of reminds me of the pass that you get, the Keeper's Pass area that you go through. It reminds me a little bit of it. Wow, my warm-up already expired. Just off of 2 mappings. Well, we'll camp in this cave up here for the night, probably. We're gonna need a lot more charcoal, too. Mapping is cool. Yes, it is. It is cool. Hey, not too shabby! Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid there, my friend. I wonder why they did away with hosting people. That's weird. I always thought that was kind of strange. But thank you, Not Too Shabby, for the raid there. I appreciate that very much. Welcome on in, everybody.
So cold. Just want to lay down for a bit.
We're almost to the cave, so... Here's Wheelie's turn. Now this is, on a clear day, you can see all the way down.
We need those.
Oh, jeez. And here's a blizzard.
Okay.
Well, welcome to the blizzard, boys and girls. Wow. And welcome to Forsaken Airfield. Which cowboy is famous for starting fires? Flint Eastwood. Of course he is. See, it's sad. The blizzard's playing over the music. As it's one of those good tracks that you barely ever hear. Here's the cave up here. We'll go ditch into that for tonight. I swear I had a blizzard stuck me in a mindful cabin for over 36 hours straight. Never seen anything like it. Yeah, the blizzards in this zone are pretty long and unforgiving. They are not a whole lot of fun, let's put it that way. At least we have Mr. Friendly Cave here, so. Or semi-friendly cave. I mean, there is a dead dude in here after all. Sorry, brother. Sorry that you died there. Thank you for the food. Okay. That is a lot of pies we have. Woo boy. I've been cold in caves here, even in with the best clothes. Yeah, I haven't had that happen to me in this zone yet, but I have had that happen to me in Bleak Inlet. But that was back when, like, I was topping out at like 27, 28 degrees. Now with all the upgrades, I don't think that's going to happen again. Maybe in the early morning it could happen. 'Cause that's always when it's coldest. I always save those fishing lures for fishing when they hit 8%. But with our nice bedroll, that's at 7.5 degrees, and we're rocking 30. We're at 37.5 degrees at night right now. Wow, that wind is really loud. I'm going to turn that down a little bit because it's kind of annoying me. I'm going to eat that down. And we're going to eat that one down. There we go. And then we can take those, and we can turn all 4 of those tiny ones into acorns. Hey, Super Jack, how you doing? Hello, hello. How's my mending skill coming? It's going pretty good. Let's see where we're at on mending right now. Oh yeah, mending, we are almost to level 5. We literally have like 2 more things probably that we have to mend. I'll be at level 5. You can pass time in your bedroll, so in a cave late game, you should probably be safe. Yeah, I mean, like, we slept all the way through the night there and had no ill benefits come about from it, so. Goodbye, storm. Jeez Louise. There we go. I almost want to start a fire just to get some charcoal so I can do some stuff here. I don't really have a reason to, unfortunately. We did have that fresh rabbit hide. I forgot to drop that last night. Yeah, I don't really have a reason to start a fire, unfortunately. Unless you get a fire going for a long time, Right now I have, what, 1 piece of charcoal left. So I'm going to have to go down here and map up the area that I want to map up. Hey, King Bob, how you doing? Yeah, this zone is just so full of places that you need to map, that you need a whole bunch of charcoal coming in here, and I didn't quite have enough charcoal coming in. It is what it is. That is totally fine. You're rocking both platforms today, Super Jack Jack? Nice. What's our bow at right now anyway? 50%? Okay. We have all the materials to make another bow, so I'm not really that worried about it, but... because we won't be shooting a lot of stuff in this zone. Funny how the bearskin bedroll is now history. The insulated bedroll is just better weight to warmth ratio. Oh, yeah. Woo! I see you're a big pie enjoyer. It's better to carry pies instead of steaks. I just like the pies because they give me the 3 kilos extra carry weight. And since I'm so limited on the number of... the amount of flowers I'm gonna find, and every time I make a pie, it takes, what? Yeah, it takes 0.2, so I could make 1 more set of pies with the flour that I have right now. So I like the flour just because of the, or I like the pies just because I think that's the best use of flour, in my opinion. In my opinion, it is. Because that 3 extra kilos of carry weight, it's super easy to make. You get the 3 extra kilos of carry weight. And honestly, for me, the bearskin bedroll, for if the bearskin bedroll weighed less, or if the improvised bedroll weighed more, it might sway my opinion on which one to use. But as it is right now, like was said in chat, you know, like just Alex said on YouTube, you know, the weight to warmth ratio on the insulated bedroll, I think, is just way better.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
Hey, look! There's a forsaken airfield. But for me, as far as the pies go, I just like the 3 extra kilos of carry weight. It's really nice to have. Now, a lot of times, I'll kind of leave the pies, like, behind. Because you gotta remember, the pies do smell. The pies do smell a bunch. So, like, right now, it's showing we have 2 scent lines on us. That's because we're carrying all these pies, plus we're carrying... I think we're carrying the gut and the hide. We're carrying the gut. The hide doesn't cause smell. But we're carrying the gut as well, so we've got a lot of stank on us right now. I know the airfield looks so close there, but it is miles away. Miles and miles away. I was watching more old Signal Void and finding those deerskin pants was a whole journey. Oh god, yeah. Oh god, King Boo. That was a whole pain in the ass, more than anything. Do I feel comfortable mapping while carrying the meat? Yeah, I don't feel too bad about it usually, especially in areas that I am familiar with. A lot of times though, before you map, it's good to drop your meat stuff. So, good to drop the meat stuff. How tall are you? I'm 6'1". I'm like 6 foot and shrinking. I'm 6 foot when I have a good day and I'm all like rested and like standing straight. But then I get old man hunch and I'm like 5'10". No, I'm right at 6 feet. But with old man, you know, shrinkage, I'm probably getting shorter. My dad was like 5'10". My mom's dad was about 6'4". And my mom's dad was a huge guy. I never met him myself because he passed away When my mom was in her early 20s, he passed away from a heart attack.
It's starting to weigh me down.
Oops. Is it really? Oh, it is a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and eat a pie. My mom, 5'1". My mom's teeny tiny little gal. But yeah, my mom's dad was huge. And my dad's dad was pretty big too, so. But yeah, my mom was only 5'1", so. Alrighty, well this is annoying. All this nice weather and I have no charcoal to map it with. That is the most annoying thing when you run out of charcoal to map. And you get nice weather. Oh, really? Seriously, you moved right at the last minute, you little bugger. You're sitting still so nice and calm, and then you went, nope. See you later. There we go. Did I really not pick that one up? Okay, let's grab the sticks. In the smaller... See, I always thought in the smaller bottle you just found less wine. You get it? Smaller bottle, less wine mean? Time and gravity will whittle you down, Kenneth. It will. I think, Alex, that's just something small people say. No, that's just something small people say to make themselves feel better. I'm just gonna put that out there. It's sort of like the whole big hands thing, you know, big hands. It's like, no, that's just something people with big hands say just to make themselves feel better. Hey, we have more acorns here, though, so that's good. I've got big rabbits on me. That makes me feel better, I guess. Now I have tons of stink. Now I have 3 stink lines on me. I'm gonna come back out and grab these acorns later on, I think. Yeah, even with my carry bonus right now, I'm overweight, so. I had to get the rabbits, though. That's dinner for tonight. We'll come back out in a moment and get the, get the coal and stuff. I just need to get inside and get warmed up real quick. Okay. Woo! There's a workbench in here, too, by the way. Which is kind of nice. And a little bit of cloth. This wolf can be close to the trailer. Yeah, there is one right close to the trailer. That's why I was being very careful walking up here, because I know all too well about that wolf. I've been jumped by him before, Zombie Vamp. Hey, Sammy's, how's it going? Yeah, see, for me, height has never been a thing. I always, you know, height is something that nobody can ever control, so I don't really judge people on height. It's like, yeah, whatever. Somebody's short, they're tall, you can't help that. You're gonna be short, you got some shorties, you got some tallies. I've dated short women, I've dated tall women. It's like, it's all the same, they're just people. There's perfectly fine short people, and there's short people who are complete a-holes, and the same thing goes for tall people. It's funny. It's almost like height has no correlation to how pleasant a person can be. I mean, I'm tall, and I'm an absolute miserable bastard. Another note, Ath, I hardly managed to catch you live. Well, you're here today, just Alex, and that's the most important thing. What's my favorite scent in soap? I don't really have a favorite scent in soap. The soap that gets me clean. The soap that gets me clean. I've dated women who are like 5 foot. I've dated women who are 6 foot. It's like, yeah, whatever. I don't really have a favorite scent though. I can't really think of like a favorite scent or anything. And I'm a short, miserable bastard. Yeah, see us miserable bastards, Red Cap, we come in all shapes and sizes. Oh, actually, I should probably drop the hides in here, huh? The hides and the guts. There we go. We landed on the moon, effed it up, but it's fine. But it's fine since we are still charging. We can do stuff. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Mustache. We landed on the moon. I've been watching your videos for basically 6 to 7 years now. Well, thank you, Just Alex. I appreciate that. You're always welcome to come by and hang out with us live. That is for sure. That is for sure. Okay, so we do have a little bit of stuff on us right now. A lot of stuff on us right now. We got a lot of wood. Wow, I have 78 sticks. How do I have 78 sticks? The rocket they sent to the moon recently. Oh! It fell over. That's pretty funny. They go boom. Well, hey, you know, stuff falls over here on Earth all the time.
Come on.
You think that, like, there's less gravity so stuff won't fall on over? It's falling and it can't get up, exactly. I'm gonna get that done first and eat it. Alright, we got those going. Just eat it, eat it, eat it. Dun 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 dun. There's our Polaroid. And that's the one up at the very high house. I'm gonna actually drop all these sticks in here. I'm not gonna drop them, I should say. I'm gonna put a majority of the, I'm gonna put all this reclaimed, nope, actually I'm gonna put all this coal in here, because I don't want to burn any more of that. And then we're gonna drop all the sticks in there too. And drop all that in there. Now I'm gonna grab a few of those out, and a few sticks out, just to add to the fire. There we go. Shh. My opinion on TikTok is it's garbage. TikTok is one of the worst things that has ever happened to humanity. Because unlike some of these snowflakes mothers, sometimes you should just not be heard. Sometimes your opinion is dumb. I'm sorry, it just is. I've had a ton of coming from somebody who's had a ton of dumb opinions in their life. And I've had a lot of dumb opinions in my life. Sometimes your dumb opinion just needs to not be out there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. And then to monetize it on top of it makes people even do worse stuff. Because then you have things like that. Well, I think that was on YouTube, but you have like that lady who was like basically abusing her kids and making videos about how wonderful that gal who had like 8 kids or whatever, and it seemed like from her videos that it was all like this really great family and stuff, and you find out that she was basically duct taping them up and doing all sorts of horrible stuff to them until one of the kids escaped and got to the neighbor's house. I'm sure a lot of that's going on behind the scenes that we never know about. Yeah, Kate plus 8. Yeah, yeah, that wonderful lady, that fine human being. Unfortunately, the internet and stuff like TikTok and stuff like that encourages that kind of behavior because you get monetized for it. You get money for it. There's a monetary benefit to being a horrible human being, which is just amazing. Dang it, my fire got blown out, which means I won't get much charcoal from it. Stupidity zone. So yeah, there, you know, and that's just the one that came to light. Who knows what else is going on out there? But yeah, as far as TikTok goes, I think the world would be better off without it. But you know, TikTok. But then again, also TikTok is not a space that has a lot of men who go to it. So I can understand it's probably not targeted towards me. It is definitely more of a thing where more women use TikTok than guys do. So maybe that's skewing my opinion of it somewhat because I'm not in its demo. I'm really not in its demo, so I just found a channel on YouTube that has a bunch of essays on social media, the harmful effects that it has on our society and psychology. Oh yeah. Well, and I think the other thing that social media in general, social media is mob rule. Let's just put it, you know, social media is like the worst manifestation of mob rule that you can get. Because something gets on there, something gets on social media, and everybody just kind of dogpiles on. Whether it's true or not, they dogpile on. And it really, it's one of those things where, you know how when something's not true or something is misinterpreted, that's what lives in people's minds forever, not the retraction that comes out 2 weeks later saying, yeah, we were wrong about that. We were wrong about that, and that wasn't really true. Nobody remembers that. They all remember the initial outrage and anger that was fomented by the anger crowd on whatever social media platform, you know, it was put on in the first place. And some of it comes out to be true, but, you know, it's one of those where it can also ruin people's lives. And I think that's the thing that's sad about it. People are so willing to glom on to the bad stuff on it that it can really harm people too. So TikTok's for people who need to get a life. Yeah, that's kind of true. That's honestly, that's kind of true. But, you know, hey, what you gonna do? It's there. It's not like it's going anywhere. Let's put it that way. It's not like TikTok's gonna disappear tomorrow because we all go, we hate TikTok. It's not going away tomorrow, so. I find short form content is mindless. Yes, Freakazoid. Yeah, for short form content in my mind is pretty mindless most of the time. I mean, it's good as a content creator, putting some short form content out there is nice, just so it kind of gives people a... I don't mind short form content if it's like a preview of your other content. It's like, hey, this is what we're doing, or this is kind of an exciting moment from our long form content. Come over and check us out, you know. I don't mind it as like an advertisement, but when that's all your content it is short form content, I find it to be rather boring. It's short form is good to grab people's attention and get them to come over and watch your long form stuff, but if all you have is short form content, I don't really have any interest. I you know, sometimes I'll be on YouTube and I'll be like, oh, what's this? You know, I'll see a little short or something and I'll be like, oh, what's this? I'll click on it because it'll have a catchy title. And sometimes I'll be like, oh, that's kind of a cool channel. I'll go check them out. And if all they have is shorts on their channel, I won't even bother. I'll be like, nah, I'm not interested in just watching, you know, hours of shorts from this person every day. I want to see what else they're doing. So for me, the short form content is a good gateway, but it's not a, to me, I don't appreciate it as the final form of whatever content I'm going to watch. If that makes sense. Let's eat a tomato soup. Yeah, we're running out of food now. This is what I knew was gonna happen. We're gonna run out of food here. We got to move it. We got to move it. We wanna move it. Do I not have water? Do I have really no water right now? That's gonna be annoying. I think I will drink a birch bark tea. Tylea, hello. How are you doing today? Okay, and then let's drink an herbal tea as well. And then I guess we'll drink whatever water's left. It's 0.0. There we go. We're gonna wake up a little bit thirsty, but that's okay. I'll just sleep 9 hours. An aurora, huh? Okay. So how are you liking Nightingale, Tylea? I mean, personally, I'm having a lot of fun with Nightingale. I know a lot of people are, like, upset that it has the server-side stuff. They're actually working on fixing that, I guess. But a lot of people are not liking that about it, which I get. I'm not a big fan of it either. But I'm really enjoying kind of the adventure of it. And I'm enjoying kind of wandering around in the world and finding stuff. And I think it's pretty nifty. So, all right, let's grab some of this out. Let's grab one of those, and let's grab some sticks. Grandmother G, how are you doing? Hello. And Gaming Granny, I did see you come in there earlier. Sorry to say hi to you explicitly, but hi. Okay, let's see if we can get a fire to start here and stay. I refuse to get a smartphone because I saw the effect it had on my friends. Turns out it literally makes you stupid. Yeah, I mean, smartphones are not the best thing in the world, that's for sure. I mean, I have one. I sort of have to have one. I try to stay off it as much as I can. It's mainly for me to, you know... Mainly for me to have contact with my audience and to have contact with my friends, which I don't really do much of that either. Steampunk with Valheim tendencies, I can get down with that. Yeah, it's sort of like that. But a friend bought you a gift of Nightingale. That's awesome. I'm so glad they got it for you. How many? We got one. One charcoal out of that fire. Of course. Where did the phone get its smarts? It sucked it out of your head.
Looks like a new...
Yeah, I'm not a social media person though. I didn't grow up in the generation that even had social media as a thing. So For me, the whole social media thing is quite a new thing, and I think it's got some good stuff. I mean, it's definitely cool that we have access to more. We have access to more of the world today than we ever have had before. On the negative side, we have access to more of the world today than we ever had and ever really should have before. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. You got access, but you have access. You have to defeat bosses to make cards. No, you don't actually. Well, there are certain cards that you cannot access until you've defeated the boss. Yes. Okay, that chair's got to go. But I don't have time for it. A really troubling image was a toddler swiping in his sleep. Go ahead. I once saw a guy walking with his phone and a car almost hit him when he walked right through an intersection. Oh yeah. And they think these Google Glasses thing is gonna be a good idea? Let me tell you something. That's not gonna be a good idea. That's not gonna be a good idea. Like, we don't have distracted people enough already. No, thank you. You had a bad case of the flu. Oh, no. I'm so sorry to hear that. That sucks. I'm glad you're feeling better now, though. Let's grab 5 sticks. Let's grab 6 coal. Grab that. Yeah, that should be illegal. You should not be able to wear Google Glasses while you're driving. I'm sorry. If you're driving, you're driving. If you're not driving, you're not driving. Well, there's some pretty dumb people out there, so unfortunately you can't fix stupid. You can't fix stupid, so all right, let's get all these cooked up, because that'll be food for us too. All right, can I cook a? Can I bet I can. I bet I can fix the tea up here, right? Yeah, I can do a rose hip. All I can say is some sort of natural selection is going to happen. Oh, now we got electrostatic fog. Fabulous news. Just fabulous news. That's gonna last till night. Yay. No way to get away from it either, though. I'd have to be in the airplane. It sucks because you can't even zone into your house and get away from it. You should at least be able to zone into here and get away from it. Unfortunately, you cannot. It follows you in anyway.
I might have to drop some gear.
I'm just gonna leave this metal here. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Might as well repair these up because I got the hides. I got tons of hides. In some countries, the penalty for drunk driving is more dire than it is here by a long shot. Does it always last till night? Generally, it does, Elcor. That's the sucky thing. Is it generally lasts till the sun goes down, which just kind of blows. At least we got 9. At least we got 9 charcoal out of the fire, so I guess that's something. I might just travel at night if I can. I'm gonna eat these down to a little bitty bite. There we go. Yeah, they'll take this out of the game pretty soon. So enjoy your acorns while you can, boys and girls. Because pretty soon you won't be able to do this anymore. And then take all those and turn them into acorn grounds.
I'm exhausted, but I just can't fall asleep.
There we go. Alright. Yeah, I know you're exhausted, buddy. And we're also thirsty. So let's grab a couple liters of water. Okay, there we go. We'll leave the rest of this water here. Why? Why no acorns? Why what? Oh. Well, the thing is that you can eat the acorns. You can eat the acorns down to a little tiny bitty bite, and then you can turn it into acorn grounds. You can turn them into acorn grounds. They'll probably take that out of the game at some point, though. They'll take that out so you can't crush down a small acorn thing into the acorn grounds. They'll probably remove that from the game at some point, because that can't be what they intended for it. I found that out completely by accident, and I've been abusing it ever since. Okay. I've got insomnia. I have insomnia, boys and girls. Yes, they'll take the glitch out of the game. The glitch will be taken out of the game soon. Unfortunately, we can't map it all while we're doing this, so that sucks. So yeah, there's a glitch in the game right now where if you have a full set of prepared acorns, you can cook it with water. You can then eat all of it, just like the teas. You can eat it. You can eat it. You can eat it down to a little tiny bitty bite. So there's only like 0.02 of it left, but it will still let you grind it into acorn grounds. So you get the food out of it, grind it down, make coffee out of it, and then have the coffee stuff. Or you can make other things out of it if you want to. Like, I don't know, the prepper's pie, maybe? You also have insomnia? Yeah, I had insomnia the other night on Thursday. That was pretty crappy, to be honest. Thursday night insomnia hit me hard. See, this is the hardest part of this zone, is now you have a whole day. I wish the electrostatic fog, once it's set in, I wish it would have a random time that it would last. Because it just kind of sucks that it just lasts until the end of the day. To me, it'd be better if it like had a random last time. Because pretty much you get electrostatic fog on a day, and you might as well just give up. You're not gonna get anything done that day, which just annoys me.
The power in the verse can stop me.
Yumiko, thank you so much for the follow there. Appreciate that very much. Now we could go down there if we wanted to, but I don't want to. I'm just gonna follow the road. We're gonna get to the airfield. Yeah, well, you know, Grandma G, I didn't actually like start doing that with my acorns till I accidentally bumped into it one day. I accidentally ate my acorn and I was like, oh no, and I stopped myself and then I was like, oh crap. I just ate like half the acorn. And then I looked and I was like, oh, I can still crush it down. Interesting. Very interesting. I almost want a wolf to find me right now. Come on, wolves, I have smell on me. Come on. Come on, wolves. Where are you? Why are you being so stingy? Have you heard Sakari's country has banned Twitch and Kick from their country? No, I didn't hear that. Where are they at? What country do they live in? In Japan, really? So Japan has completely banned Kick and Twitch. Interesting. Was there a stated reason behind that, or is it just like a dispute between the country and the corporation, or do they have some other reason for banning it? And what, did they make it like illegal to use it, or I mean, you could probably get a VPN and just get around it, I would think. I mean, I'm no expert on the old that it was illegal gambling going on. Getting dark in here. Gonna take off all my clothes. Hey, it's getting dark, but it's actually getting light now. We can actually see stuff again,
Can't feel my hands.
which is good. The damn electrostatic fog's gone away, which is nice. Or it's going away. Well, that's bad, Tylee. I'm so sad about that. Yeah, I know the illegal gambling thing was kind of that was a bit that was something, you know, the gambling thing was something Twitch kind of stomped down. And then, you know, the guys who started up Kick, they were part of that whole gambling group. They were sort of that's, I mean, they basically started Kick to be able to go gamble on another platform. So that's the main reason Kick was started in the first place. Because they were kicked off of Twitch. Don't say Aurora, Zombie Vamp. No. No. I need to get some food gathered up first. How many days right now? We are 359 days in. We got 6 more days to go till 1 year is passed. Well, or maybe 7 more days since it's a leap year. I just dropped my cattail. There's the airfield right over there. There's a wolfie boy right over there, I think. Or is that a stump? That looks like a stump. Unfortunately, we weren't able to map a whole lot coming down here, which makes me This zone is just annoying when it comes to mapping stuff. Janelle, good morning, good morning. How are you doing? I mean, on the upside, you can generally see pretty far. Hey, Cass, how is it going? Hello, hello. What a very interesting zone. What an interesting zone we have. It's just so... It's just such a vacant zone. It is a beautiful day here as well. It's like gonna be 50s out. It's right now, it's 46. It's supposed to top out at like 54 today, and it's sunshiny. It's crazy time. Go check out Casadargo's Roar, boys and girls. Give her some love. Twitch is shutting down services in Korea on February 27th. Really? Wow, so Twitch is really pulling back. Well, hopefully they won't shut down services here in America, but, you know. It's gorgeous, just took a hike. Nice. But hey, you know, we always have YouTube, so I predict that within I know this is weird hearing it from me. I predict that within 5 years or so, unless Twitch changes a lot, I predict Twitch is going to be kind of on the downhill. I honestly think YouTube is probably, once they get some stuff figured out, I think YouTube is going to become the platform more people stream on. I just think it is. I mean, YouTube is catching up. That's the thing, is YouTube is kind of in a position now where it has to play catch up, because, you know, they're mainly known for their you know, pre-recorded content, but I think YouTube is kind of up and coming as far as like a platform for people to stream on. And I think you're going to see more and more people streaming on YouTube. And I think you know, the biggest problem Twitch has is Twitch is just not profitable for Amazon. Twitch being owned by Amazon is a benefit, and it's also a curse, because it's a benefit from the stance that there's deep pockets behind Twitch right now. The curse of it, though, is that it's now owned by a corporation where, you know, they're basically going to look at it as a profit and a loss. They're going to be like, yeah, if it's not making us money, it's got to go. They're not going to be as quick as, well, I mean, that's what happened to Mixer. Mixer was like, well, it's not making us money, it's got to go. It's making us no cash. It's done. We're over it. So I mean, that's the main thing you're gonna see, is just it's not because, you know, people don't like it or whatever. It's just that they gotta move to where it's gonna make them money. So Discord streaming is on the rise. Yeah, see, I don't really get the whole Discord thing. So. Oh yeah, I've heard the whole Google image thingy, the goofy, the programmed AI that they say is an AI, but you know it's programmed by them, so it's gonna have their values and their thoughts. Hey, creepy teddy bear, how you doing, buddy? Yep, I've seen all the hubbubaloo about it. It's hilarious. I think it's funny. I think it's funny. And this is This is the AI that's gonna take over the world.
I need to lay down.
It's gonna take over the world, boys and girls. Yes, it is. An AI by definition is programmed, exactly. Yeah, an AI by definition is programmed. But how you doing, Static Project? I hope you're having a good one, man. An AI, much like a child, is going to share values and opinions of its creator. I mean, you know, it is. It's good. It can learn and change, but generally, it's going to share the values and opinions of whoever created it. You know, if that's controversial, that's controversial, I guess. But it's just like, you know, most children will share, in some sense, they'll share values and opinions that their parents raise them with, if their parents are actually like actively raising them. But an AI is going to generally be the same sort of thing. It can probably learn and change and grow down the road, but whatever it starts with is going to be sort of whatever it's been given. There's so much legitimate info on YouTube now. Oh, I think YouTube is the place that more people go to find information than anything else a lot of times these days. I think a lot of people go to YouTube to find stuff because they're tired of the big tour. I mean, you know, it's like I saw an old routine with George Carlin where he was talking about, you know, there used to be 12 gas companies, now there's 3, and soon it'll be 2. You have 3 big insurance companies. You have two or 3 of whatever it is, but you get to choose from 23 different coffee shops because they want to give you the illusion that you have a choice. George Carlin was a freaking genius before his time, man. He was a genius in his time and before his time, so. The only thing I like when it comes to the whole AI thing is on YouTube is when it's the US presidents playing video games. That I think is pretty funny. But see, that's the thing, Static Project, is we all know that's like a joke. See, that's the thing, is like when AI is being used for that, I think it's hilarious. It's like that's some funny crap. That's some funny crap. All right, we'll put that in there. We'll put that in there. Let's see. Let's go ahead and drop the coal here for the moment. Drop that there for the moment as well. Tala, hello, hello. You want Skynet? That's how you get Skynet. Exactly. I want Skynet. I think our robot overlords would be very benevolent. Our robot overlords would be very benevolent for us. There we go. There's also a guy on YouTube that has a channel where he does the whole deep fake thing, and it's like he deep fakes it as like Anakin, Qui-Gon's ghost, and Obi-Wan watching Star Wars stuff, and it's pretty freaking hilarious. I got looped into that for a little bit. I was like, that's actually some funny stuff. That's actually some pretty funny crap. Hey, there's a candy bar for us. Nice. Anything behind there? Nope. Well, so to me, Tala, the monopoly thing, that's a failure on, well, it's a failure on many levels as far as, like, the government, I mean, it's not like our founding fathers didn't know about monopolies and did not fear monopolies. They actually put stuff in place to regulate the ability, you know, to the antitrust laws and stuff like that were put into place to get rid of monopolies. Unfortunately, we got a bunch of corrupt politicians who basically have their palms greased to look the other way, and they let them happen all the time, which they shouldn't do. We as consumers, though, need to be more, you know, if we're concerned about it, there's other outlets to buy stuff, but regulations are just paper if you don't enforce them. That is true. That is so true. If you don't enforce it, it's not, ooh, hello, combat boots. It's just not really a regulation if it's not enforced.
Drop any of this gear.
YouTube's filling the void after the collapse of Hollywood. Oh yeah, Hollywood will recover someday, but it's gonna be a long, hard road for him, that's for damn sure. Gonna be a damn sure there. Hey, Freakazoid, thank you for the posture check. Ooh, we got some ketchup chips too. Nice. Nice. Do we got any food in the fridge? Come on, baby. Give me some food. Oh, look at you. Look at you asking. You shall receive. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We got fish. We got rabbit. Yes. I'm 6 foot again. Yes. I'm not. 5'2". Ugh. Anyone see 50 Shades of Web? Heck no. I have no interest in seeing a Spider-Verse movie that doesn't have Spider-Man in it. That's like seeing a Terminator movie that doesn't have Terminator in it. Which, oh, that was Dark Fate. That was Dark Fate, because that really didn't have a Terminator in it. That's like seeing an Aliens movie, and it's just about a voyage, a starship voyage with your best friends. And there's no aliens. There's no aliens. Don't worry about it. Just don't ask questions. Just consume product and get excited for next product. Hey, we got a wool toque. I'm excited for the wool toque. I want to pick up the coffee cups, damn it. I want the freaking coffee cups. No, I have no interest in seeing that trash fire of a movie. If it's a Spider-Man movie without Spider-Man in it, I'm just like, I mean, I'm not even gonna go see the Kraven movie. And people will be like, oh, well, you don't want to see it because it has a female lead. It's like, no, I probably won't see the Kraven movie. Unless Kraven's gonna have Spider-Man in it. What do I care about a third-rate villain from the Spider-Man universe in his own movie? I didn't really even like the Venom movies. I've never been a big fan of Venom. It's like, Venom doesn't excite me that much. It's like, okay. But that's the thing, is like, I'm not even interested in the Kraven movie. I wasn't interested in Morbius. I never went and saw that. It's like, you're making a bunch of movies. It's like, you could introduce all of these characters in a Spider-Man movie. Oh my God, you could actually introduce all those characters in a movie starring Spider-Man. Crazy idea. I know, that's a crazy idea. Since they're part of the Spider-Verse, I mean, it's kind of in the name. They're part of the Spider-Verse. You could introduce them in a Spider-Man movie. That's all I got. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Sylvan, how you doing? You're a little late. That's okay. That's all right. You won a radio contest by saying a line in the Aliens movie. What line was it, Randy Beef? Oh, you'll be right back? Okay. You really have to put the effort in to have more cringy dialogue than it's Morbin time. But they did it. You know, it's one of those things where Hollywood just thinks they have all these great ideas, and they used to. They used to. But unfortunately, Hollywood became very corporate, and yes, they've always been worried about the bottom line, but the bottom line has become a little different over the years. The bottom line used to be, oh, you'll spend $16 million on a film, and you'll hope that that film will make, you know, $100 million or something like that. Now it's you spend $250 million on a film, and you hope that it makes $1 billion. And it's like, well, yeah, that's not going to happen most of the time. Apparently, two of the lead actresses thought the movie was part of the MCU. Probably because they don't know anything about comics. They're just hired for a job. See, I don't even blame, honestly, Redcap, I don't even blame the actors. The actors are just doing a job. I mean, honestly, if they hired me to be in a crappy Marvel movie, I'd probably go be in it. I'd be like, okay, that'd be kind of cool. You know, I'd probably go do it. I mean, I'm just, you know, you're just getting paid to do a job. But, you know, it's like, so they generally don't know. I will say I'm more forgiving, or I'm more excited when I know that somebody is interested in doing a movie who is a big fan of it. That's why I think I love Henry Cavill so much, is you know what a super fan he is of all the big stuff, you know. You know how big of a super fan he is of Witcher and Warhammer 40K and comic books. So anything that Henry Cavill gets involved in, it makes me kind of excited. Even though Ghost Rider with Nicolas Cage was not the greatest movie in the world, I loved Ghost Rider for the fact that it was Nicolas frickin' Cage. And Nick Cage is a huge comic book fan. And he knows the stuff. And that gets me excited about it. It's like, okay, well, he doesn't have to be the greatest movie in the world. If the actor is into it, that adds a little bit to it. If you know that they have a love for the stuff. I mean, and you got to give mad respect to Henry Cavill to walk away from The Witcher. A lot of actors would not do that. But he stood his ground and said, no, this is not the way this should be going. Nobody wants to listen to me. Henry Cavill alone probably knows more about The Witcher than everyone else in that room. Lauren Histrich and all those other ding-dongs who know nothing about the actual property itself. He probably knows more about it than anybody else there. All of them combined, probably. And so when you have a resource like that and you choose to ignore it, you know, that's you digging your own grave. Yeah, you know, comic book movies had their heyday. And the saddest thing is, you know, I don't know about all of you, I was around in the 90s. I remember all the horrific comic book movies that were being put out in the 90s. I mean, you want to talk about some crappy comic book movies. The 90s were full of crappy comic book movies. And we aren't talking just bad, like MCU bad. The MCU bad is a whole different kind of bad. But we aren't talking even like that. But there were so many bad comic book movies in the 90s. I mean, everything from the Captain America to Fantastic Four to, you know, there was just so many bad ones, and they were poorly written. They looked bad. The effects were bad. The writing was bad. They were just cringe fest after cringe fest. And so, you know, I think that's one of the reasons that when, like, Iron Man came out, because Iron Man was really the first one, I was so excited for it because it looked and felt like a comic book movie. It actually had that look and feel to it, and they actually cared about the comic book movies back then, and honestly, nothing against him, but you know, they did what they could with Iron Man. Iron Man is not like he is now, but back in the day, Iron Man was kind of to me, he was not a top tier Marvel property. The top tier Marvel properties were X-Men, the Fantastic Four, the Avengers in somewhat. The Avengers to me was more, it's sort of like the Avengers and Justice League of America are kind of two sides of the same coin. You have the Avengers, and for Marvel, you have the Justice League for DC. But the Avengers characters, I mean, other than, you know, you could have your favorites. Iron Man was never one of my favorites, but, you know, with Downey doing the Iron Man, you know, doing Iron Man, it like revitalized that character, which goes to show that you don't have to have an A-list character, because I don't think back in the day, I wouldn't count Iron Man as an A-list character. I think Iron Man was kind of a B-list character, to be honest. He was an A-list in my book anyway. But, you know, it shows that if you have a good actor and you have a good crew and a good story, you can take a character who is not as well known, who is not as popular as some, and you can turn it into something really great. And they did that. And I think that's what was most exciting, is it was like, okay, you're bringing this stuff to life now. You're bringing this stuff to life. Sorry, I was rambling on there, Static Project. Oh, that Henry Cavill has his own gaming PC? Oh yeah, he missed an audition once because he was playing WoW. He missed an audition once because he was playing WoW. Now that's a total Chad move there. Be like, I'm sorry I missed my audition. I was playing some WoW. You can see the SNL skit with Nick Cage and Andy Samberg. He's doing an imitation of Nick, and Nick's right next to him. It's so funny. They've gone overboard with comic books, with the comic movies, and have fallen off with good dialogue and acting. I feel some of them were just thrown together, too much smashed into one movie. Well, I think the downfall of comic book movies started with Guardians of the Galaxy. Make that as controversial as you want. Guardians of the Galaxy is a D-list group of characters. They aren't even a B-list or a C-list. Nobody heard of Guardians of the Galaxy. Well, a few nerds did, like me, but 99% of the people out there had never heard of Guardians of the Galaxy before the movie. Of course, all of them want to act like they're all like very knowledgeable about Guardians of the Galaxy now, but I guarantee you that if you went back before Guardians of the Galaxy came out, very few people would have pointed to that as a Marvel property that should have been made into a movie. And that's nothing wrong. They were never that big in Marvel itself. But you have to also understand, Disney Marvel wants to capitalize on characters that they own all the rights to. The old legacy characters that all of us grew up with, a lot of those they have to pay residuals if they do stuff with them. They got to pay residuals to estates, to people who created them, and they don't like to do that. Disney does not like to share. Disney does not like to share at all. So they like to use things that they own exclusively, because then they get all the money from it, you know? It all comes down to money, money, money. Money. Oh, that your grandma thinks you need to be in the government? That's what your grandma thinks? But I was like, no. Yeah, I would not give up my integrity to be in the government. I would never do that either, Static Project. Spider-Man and all that is so overexposed now. Time to take a break from Marvel, DC, book crap. Get back to making movies that make you think, feel, talk about it, enjoy viewing. Yes. Oh, yeah, totally, Ramoyne. And there's a lot of people out there who are doing that. I mean, you know, whether you liked it or hated it, the Barbie movie is a perfect example of something that was done well. I never saw it myself. It wasn't targeted to me, but it was done well. It knew its target audience, and it didn't have any shame about it. It was like, hey, our target audience is ladies. Ladies, come see our movie. It's going to be great. I mean, like it or not, there are boy properties and girl properties in not only toys, but movies. There always have been, there always will be. All you have to do is look at the demographic sheets. I mean, it's not freaking rocket science. You know, there's somebody on YouTube who put up a diagram that showed, okay, for this age group and this age and gender group, this is what they really like to watch. This is what these guys really like to watch. And it's not saying that there's not ladies who enjoy that stuff. It's just a very small percentage compared to everybody else. And same thing with like the Barbie movie. The Barbie movie wasn't made for me. It was not made for me. It did really well, but it didn't do well because all the men showed up to see it. It did well because a lot of ladies showed up to see it, and a lot of ladies drugged their boyfriends to it to go see it. So, hey James, it is a beautiful day in the Pacific Northwest. I am doing amazing. Well, and I think the thing that they failed to realize is that by trying to find the modern audience, by trying to find that mythical modern audience, they failed to realize that the audience that's out there is the same audience that's always been out there. They just want good movies. They want good stuff. I mean, when are we going to get like another Shawshank Redemption? When are we going to get another Schindler's List? When are we going to get another Passion of the Christ? When are we going to get another Titanic? When is that going to happen? When is that going to happen? That's the sort of stuff that we're craving. Oh yeah, Shawshank Redemption. That is like one of my favorite movies of all time. When are we going to get another Scarface? When are we going to get another Breakfast Club? Pretty in Pink. When are we going to get another, Platoon or something like that? It's like they aren't willing to take the risk that it would take to make that movie. They aren't willing to take that risk because they're afraid that they aren't going to make money on it. That's why we're not going to see it. But here's the hope. Despite all of that, here is the hope. This is opening up a tremendous opportunity for a lot of small independent studios to start making stuff and to get it out there and have it succeed. It is. I mean, you look at a movie, whether you liked it or hated it. What was that movie that came out last year that was about the guy who rescued kids who were slaves and stuff? I mean, that movie did really well, and it was just a small independent movie that had no big backing or anything. And I never personally saw it myself, but word of mouth got around, and people started going and seeing it. And that's where it's gonna go. Studios will be studios, and you got to remember, most of the movies that are coming out, say this year, have been in development for the last couple of years. So they're still stuck in 2021 and 2023, they aren't in 2023 right now, and they're kind of being forced to put out stuff. I mean, but look at what happened with Aquaman. Look what happened with all these movies that have come out. Yeah, they want a movie like a brand, exactly. They want a movie like a brand. They want to be like, well, we own blah blah blah. I think it'll probably change at some point when a lot of these studios start getting, when a lot of these properties actually start getting sold off again, because they're like, oh, it's not making us any money. Oh yeah, Japan is dominating. Well, Japanese and Korean stuff is really dominating a lot of the market right now. I mean, I watch more Korean dramas and shows on Netflix than anything else. Just because it's actually good and it's entertaining. It is a little bit different to watch, I will give you that. I mean, it takes a little while to kind of get. Korean television is very interesting. It's very it's not American television for sure. It has a very different aesthetic to it, let's say. Well, that's the sad thing, Kenneth. That's the other sad thing is, we grew up so accustomed to the fact that a lot of the writers and directors and stuff had actually lived life. We could see their life experience. We could relate to their life experience when we watched one of their movies. And nowadays, I would say a lot of the people in the writers' rooms of a lot of these things have never really lived any life. They've lived life on TikTok. They've lived life on Twitter. They haven't actually lived any real life. I wonder if is there a station in here I can look at? No, guess not. They haven't actually really lived life. And life experience can be very valuable when you're trying to write something where you want people to relate to you. Life experience is a great thing. My favorite movie was The Holdover. Superb. Nothing is better than Paul Giamatti playing a curmudgeon. Paul Giamatti is awesome. Come on, we just got to hand it to Paul Giamatti. Giamatti is a great actor. Even in that bad Shyamalan movie, M. Night Shyamalan, the lady in the lake or whatever it was, he was even good in that. He was even good in that. It wasn't a great movie, but, you know, Giamatti takes, you know, whenever he's in something, I'm always like, okay, I can deal with him. He's gonna be good in it. Lady in the Water or whatever it was, yeah. Oh, Princess Bride never equaled, never bested. Oh, Princess Bride was awesome. The Princess Bride is like one of the greatest movies ever. There's a plank in here? Excuse me? I did not see a plank in there. Yeah, when will we have another Princess Bride? When will we have another Blazing Saddles? What about the ROUSs? RUSs, rodents of unusual size? I don't believe they exist. The spruce goose. I guess I did just destroy. I just destroyed the spruce goose, I guess. Hey, that lead is always there. This lead is always right there. I never pick it up because I don't have any use for it, but that lead is always right there. Oh, we got a toolbox. Nice. It's not a great toolbox. No more rhyming. I mean it. Anybody want to beat it?
I wonder who owns this stuff.
I'm tired, Teresa. Oh, I'm so tired. Tired of being admired. She was so awesome in that movie. I can't even remember her name. She was so awesome in Blazing Saddles. All right, let's listen to the music. But yeah, unfortunately, a lot of studios just won't take a chance anymore. They want that guaranteed money. I think what needs to happen and what will happen is that studios will start paying less and less. They need to bring the initial cost of movies down overall. When the initial cost of your movie is $100 million, I mean, let's get back to the days where you could make a movie for 16 million, 20 million. Some of the best movies that have ever been made were made for under $100 million. You don't have to spend that much money on it. Everybody relies. I think the other problem is everybody in movie making relies so heavily on computer special effects these days that has driven the cost of movies up immensely. Madeline Klein, yes. Madeline Klein, she was awesome. And I think if we could get back to a time where they did more practical effects, they did more, you know, less special effects, less of these big, ginormous special effects type movies, they could actually make movies cheaper. And that's the thing. If they bring down the cost of the movies, they'll be willing to take more of a chance on it. They aren't willing to take a chance on it because they're putting so much money into it initially. I mean, you look at a movie like Breakfast Club. Okay, Breakfast Club has literally, like, it has a few stunt effects, but it has, like, no special effects. It has no, it's just 5 kids in a room, and, well, and of course the teacher and the janitor, and they do have their parents in it in the early part of it, but it's generally just 5 kids in a room dealing with stuff. One of the greatest movies ever made. Yeah, Goonies. I mean, you know, all those movies back in the day were made pretty inexpensively. even if you factor in inflation for today, they were made pretty inexpensively. So why do I have a sudden sprain risk? Gosh darn it. Today it would be 5 kids on their phones. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Hey, we got some more water. Hey, we got some socks. We got the socks in the bathroom. Who takes their socks off and leaves them in the bathroom stall? Who does that? Who does that? Nobody does. Hilky, how you doing? Hello, hello. Hey, there we go. See, that's where you leave your socks, is in a suitcase.
Back is getting kind of heavy.
Yes, it is. It's getting heavy in here, so take off all my clothes. Othan, how you doing? Hello, hello. There's our battery. We'll need that. Already searched in there. Hey, we got another flare shell. See, that's the thing, is I think a lot of the flare shells were decaying before. And I think they just took away flare shells from us, to be honest. I'm doing something I almost never get to do here in Florida. I have the windows open in the house. In the house. Oh my goodness gracious. There's a great film like Dave, a movie about an everyday man doubling for president trying to solve real problems with common sense, released in '93 for $28 million. Budget made $92 million. Yeah, I mean, see, that's the thing, is like back then, if you made a movie for 16 to 25 million and you made 100 million bucks on it, great, you were good. Now all these movie studios have such like an overestimation of what their movies have to make. That's why something like the Marvels failing so spectacularly was just so satisfying. It's like, oh, go ahead and spend that much money on your movie. Nobody's gonna go see it. Nobody's gonna go see it. Sorry. Oh, there's another battery here. We actually got 2 batteries in this zone, believe it or not. Alright, we're gonna get rid of the heavy thing first. There we go. Good lord. Oh, our hands are no longer there. Uh-oh, we got the glitch, boys and girls. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, look at that. It's all glitched out. We'll probably have to restart. There we go. I watched Marvels on Disney Plus. Wasn't as bad as everyone was making it out to be, but it wasn't a good movie. Yeah, it just, you know, most of the new Marvel stuff, Michael, is just bad. I mean, it's just not good. It's like, why would I bother to go see it? I mean, sorry, Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and whatever her name is, they are worse than D tier characters. They are like Z-list characters. They just aren't that good. Nobody likes them. Those comics have been canceled over and over again. But they want to force that into being. They want that to be the thing. It's like, you can force it all you want, but that doesn't make it, that's not going to make it work. Ouch! With a 33-month resub. Thank you so much.
Ouch_1996.
Yeah, I had no desire to see the Marvels. Did I ever watch Loki? No, I have no desire to see Loki. Loki get all get all emotional and sad. Especially not the Loki from Avengers. Go if you ever want. I've heard people say that if you really want to get true perspective on Loki, go watch the first Avengers movie, and then immediately watch Loki, and try to remember that those are the exact same character. Those are the exact same character. That is the Loki from Avengers 1, the first Avengers movie. It's not the Loki who's gone through all the stuff he went through in the other movies and actually in the end like died and like realized that, you know, his brother didn't really hate him and all this stuff. That's the thing, is that it's so disjointed to think that that Loki from Avengers would be this guy that they turn into the Loki series. I've seen clips on the Loki series and stuff. It just doesn't interest me in much at all. Plus, I personally am not a big fan of the whole timeline, multiverse thing. It leads to more problems than it solves. And it also makes everything... The biggest problem with multiverse that I have is that it makes it so there's no consequences to anything. Oh, your hero dies? That's okay. There's another one from another universe that we'll just bring in, and he's maybe a little bit different. Har, get the joke? He's not as good as the other guy was, or whatever. You know, it's always so corny how they hornshoe that stuff in. I mean, originally Multiverse was done because DC had a very big issue with the Golden Age and the Modern Age Superman, Batman, and Green Lantern and that stuff, and the Justice Society and Justice League. They had this whole thing because their series had spanned onwards of what, 70 years at that point, and people wanted sort of an expectation of that. They were or an explanation. They were like, well, how do you justify these and that? And they're like, oh, well, they're in two different parallel universes, which is all good and fine, but at the same time, it's like, okay, that opens a whole can of worms. Okay, so now, because we picked up that transmitter, we have both Signal Void and Buried Echoes available to us. Both of these are available to us. We've already repaired the transmitter in these areas, and now all we have to do is investigate those, and then Buried Echoes is available to us as well, but we aren't going to do that right now. Aren't they resurrecting Iron Man, Captain America now? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They're gonna try. I don't know if Tony Stark's gonna come back though. I don't know if they'll need to recast it or not. Robert Downey Jr. is getting older. I mean, you can only do that for so long. Hey, Zarothan! Welcome back in, my friend. How are you, Zarothan? Well, that's the thing, is I think Tom Hiddleston is a great actor too. He's a really good actor. But, well, yeah, and that's the thing, Michael. Again, like I said, it makes it so there's no actual consequences to things happening. I mean, you know, it was always sort of a trope in comic books that nobody was really ever dead. Although, you know, honestly, when they killed Jean Grey originally, when they had the whole Phoenix saga and Jean Grey was killed off, she was dead for a long time, and they should have kept her dead. I mean, there's nothing better than having a character that just goes away. It's like, make up some new characters and have fun. You know, I heard that about Tom Hiddleston, Michael Frank, that he actually auditioned for Thor instead of Loki. I actually heard that he had done that, and that's kind of interesting. Let's eat a can of tuna. And let's eat a candy bar. I mean, honestly, Marvel had a good run. We got 10... You know, I look back now and I'm like, you know what? We got 10 good years of Marvel movies, in my opinion. Some of them weren't as good as others. You're never going to have You're never going to have all hits out of the park no matter what. You know, some of them are going to be good, some are going to be bad. But generally, we had 10 good years of Marvel stuff. That was really good. And I'm happy about that. Because you know what? For the first 30, 40 years of my life, we never had any good Marvel movies. We never had any Marvel stuff that was actually, like, really good. I mean, the X-Men movies, I know they get a lot of hate from people. I actually had fun with the X-Men movies. They were corny. They didn't always make sense. Some of them were written better than others. I think Wolverine Origins was actually a pretty decent movie. I enjoyed it. I didn't hate it. It was, you know, Deadpool at the end was kind of a disappointment, but I didn't absolutely hate it. You know, it was like, okay, it's a good fun movie. You know, it's like, what do you want? It's fun. It's just fun. I'm not looking. It's like I'm not looking for deep meaning in my Marvel movies, I guess. What are my top 3 Marvel movies? Even though I think it started a bad trend, I really liked Guardians. That's not my number 1. This is in no particular order. But Iron Man, Avengers, and Guardians, I'd say, were probably my favorites. Those are probably the ones I've gone back and watched the most. And Guardians, the big thing that Guardians did is Guardians made it so they took the wrong lesson from Guardians. They took the lesson from it that, oh, we just need to throw lots of quippy humor into our movies, and that'll make them really popular. That'll make them really popular. And it's like, no, Guardians worked because of... It worked because of the guy playing Peter Quill. It didn't work because it had quippy stuff in it. It worked because he was funny, and he actually had good timing and good chemistry with the other people, and that's why it actually worked. And yes, you can do that in a movie, but you notice after that, all Marvel movies, it was like they could never have a serious moment in a Marvel movie without having some joke 5 seconds later. It was like they were afraid to have anything serious happen in their movies anymore. Everything became a quip line. You had your, you know, Aquafina dum-dum in the worst part of Shang-Chi was that Aquafina gal. Every 5 seconds, it'd be like, oh, stuff is really serious. Oh, no, it's not. I'm going to make a quippy little joke. It's like, oh my god, how do you ruin a movie? You put stuff like that in it. So, there's a fine line between humor and cringe. A very fine line. And unfortunately, most of the Disney Marvel stuff went into cringe instead of being funny. And that's kind of where it kind of lost a lot of people, including me. Is it just started becoming cringy. It's like, you knew they'd never take themselves seriously. And it's like, anytime they took themselves seriously, you almost were holding your breath going, what joke are they going to make? Well, Daredevil is the best thing Marvel has ever made. There's my hot take on that. The Daredevil Netflix show is one of the best things they ever made. If everybody involved in that was great. All the side characters were great. You know, Wilson Fisk was great. It was just well done. The Punisher was great in that. Shane, why are you playing the Punisher, Shane? What are you doing, Shane? The Punisher's out punishing people. Why'd you sleep with my wife, Shane? I can never stop seeing him as Shane. Season 2, not so much. Season 2 was okay. But Season 1 of Daredevil was just amazing. Season 1 of Daredevil, that hallway fight lives in my mind forever. That hallway fight is just one of the most amazing things. And I think that's what Marvel needs to get back to. Marvel needs to stop doing... The biggest problem Marvel has and has had over the last... this last 5-6 years, ever since Endgame, is Marvel cannot get grounded anymore. Every Marvel movie has to be bigger and more explosive and more world ending, universe ending, multiverse ending. It has to be the stakes are so high in every single one that number one, it's unrelatable. And number two, you just stop caring because it's like, well, they just defeated the universe ending thing last time. What's to say they aren't going to do it this time? You know, there's no stakes. There's no stakes in it anymore. Nobody's invested because there's no stakes in it any longer. Because you know that, you know, it's not like anything bad's going to happen. That Willy suspension of disbelief, you know? That whole thing. Stakes. And see, that's the thing, is they need to just draw it back a little bit. They need to go, hey, you know, we're gonna just, you know, what I would love to see about a superhero movie, I would love to see a superhero movie, maybe starring Daredevil. Let's just go back to Daredevil because, you know, he's a good one. And just have him fighting crime in Hell's Kitchen. Have some, you know, some conspiracy going on, and he has to fight some crime and bring down the conspiracy. See, I thought the early X-Men movies were pretty good too. I mean, I think they went a little bit off after First Class. I thought First Class was kind of the first indications of it kind of going a little bit astray. But I thought the earlier X-Men movies were pretty decent. I liked them quite a bit, actually. We need to go out hunting, boys and girls, because we have no food. One problem with this zone is the lack of food. But I love Patrick Stewart as well. I loved him as Professor X. That's why in Mom, I was just so annoyed. So annoyed. Yeah, everything is world or universe-ending plot. Exactly. I mean, you look at old Star Trek. What made old Star Trek so interesting? Even something like Wrath of Khan. Wrath of Khan was about two guys. Yes, there was the whole Genesis Project thing and all of that. But Wrath of Khan, you boil it down, and it comes down to Khan and Kirk. I mean, that's like the root of that entire movie, is the relationship between those two characters. And it's brilliant. I mean, Carl Montalban, of course. Oh, Carl Montalban is Khan. Oh my God, how can you go wrong there? It's Carl frickin' Montalban. Welcome to Fantasy Island. Ricardo Montalban was a great actor, and he was welcome to Fantasy Island. He's one of the he's the GOAT, though. He's one of the greatest of all time. God! Yeah, I mean, you know, there's just so much good stuff. But even those movies, although you could say they were high stakes, they weren't universe-ending stakes. It was like, okay, well, it's high stakes for the character. You want the stakes to be high for whatever character you're dealing with. Yes, you do. You always want that. You don't want it to be no stakes, but you don't want it to be, you know, you want it to be important to them, but I want to see it less than world shattering, you know, earth shattering, universe shattering. I actually love the first one. The first one was interesting. It just went on for way too long. They were smelling their own farts a little too much when they made that movie. Let's just be completely 100%. It went on a little too long. A little too long. They could have toned that movie down a little bit. But you also have to remember that's the first time they had Star Trek out for what, 25 years? I mean, it was decades since the last Star Trek stuff had come out. Because when was that? When was that one? When did the original motion picture come out? Motion picture, 79. So no, it wasn't quite as long as I thought. It was 79. So that was, let's see, the early. So that was at least a decade. That was at least a decade. Over a decade since Star Trek had been out. So So it was a while. Wow, there's no deer out here. There's no deer out here. Where's my freaking deer? Where's my food? Oh, you're welcome, Yusi. No problem. Where is my food? Damn you, game. Well, we'll go to the high blind. We'll go to the blind here. We might as well. Might as well. We'll go get some cattails, I suppose. Worst case scenario. There's a rabbit over there, I think. Yeah, there's a couple rabbits over there. But yeah, I mean, I like the X-Men movies, the early ones. I thought the first X-Men movie was very interesting. I did not like the departure of Scott Summers. They should have, honestly, they should have just recast Scott Summers. I think the guy who played him or something just wanted to leave it or something like that. And at that point, I hated that they got rid of Scott Summers. Wow, bedroll. Nice. So I absolutely hated that they got rid of Scott Summers in the X-Men movies. It's like, I'm sorry, he's one of the X-Men. He is like the quintessential X-Man. And I know they were doing their own sort of take on the X-Men. Because, you know, original X-Men was Beast, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Iceman, and Angel. Those were like the 5. And then they've added, you know, they added in over the years the other characters. But I know, you know, Wolverine's always been like one of the most popular X-Men. So, of course, they wanted him in there. Oh, that's the movie I forgot about. That's the movie I forgot about. You were asking about favorite Marvel movies. The Wolverine one, the one where he was old, what was that even called? Like, Logan I thought was really well done. See, that's what we need, is we need a rated R X-Men movie. Where Wolverine can just go nuts and stuff. I always had a dislike for Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence was never one of my favorite actresses. Now, Rebecca Romaine Stamos as Mystique, I'm totally down with. Or I guess she's just Rebecca Romaine now. She's just Romaine. She's Romaine Lettuce now. She's not Romaine Stamos any longer. Okay, dear, you're gonna run all the frickin' way over there? Seriously? Seriously, you're gonna do that to me? There's the bear right in front of us. I guess we could get the bear. It's not a bad idea. The deer ran away from me because he's a jerk. Why did her and John Stamos call it quits? Because they didn't get married because they liked each other. They got married because they were hot. It's a typical Hollywood marriage. So we gotta find a spot. Hollywood actors very rarely stay married. There are some that have. Look at Denzel Washington, but his wife's not an actress, I think, either. There's some great guys and gals out there who stayed married even though they're in Hollywood. Look at, what's his name? Neil McDonnell. I think his name's Neil McDonnell. He plays a bunch of villains. I mean, he won't even kiss a woman on screen. That's how much he loves his wife. And he put it, and you know, I've seen his interview about it, and it makes, it actually, I mean, it's really sweet. He's like, you know, I play a bad guy and I kill, you know, 10 guys during the film. And it's like, yeah, but at the end of the day, I've not killed anybody. We all say goodbye to each other. We're all friends. But, you know, if I'm in bed with another woman on screen or I kiss another woman on screen, I've actually done that. and he just doesn't feel right about it doing that to his wife. And it's like, that's pretty nice. Tom Hanks, yep, Tom Hanks. Thank you, Megan. I was trying to remember some others, but I mean, there are some people in Hollywood who do stay married. These are double cattails. Alright, so I'm going to do that. Draw him up to this rock here. Or he can't really get to me. And I can jump off if I want to. And there we go. Onesie, twosie, and see if it got bad, we could just do that. And he would have lost us. We would have taken damage, but he would have lost us. Thought that first arrow broke, or did it not? Huh. Not all Hollywood actors and actresses do, but the ones that do, it kind of, you know, you can kind of tell why they did. I mean, I never thought Rebecca Romaine and Stamos would stay together. That just did not... Wow, we really can't get a mag lens fire out? We really can't get a mag lens fire right now. That is truly odd. See, it's days like this that I'm like, why can't I get a mag lens fire? 2 arrows, how's that so much more effective than a rifle? Because I believe that the arrows actually do more damage than the rifle does. I actually truly believe that they do. We do need to heal our injury. I don't think I can use these pain pills. Nope, I can't. Oh, there's my arrow. I was like, where's my freaking arrow at? Oh, there's my arrow. Well, and you know, Rhiny Beef, I think a lot of it is not so much the reason... I don't think it so much surrounds the reasons why they got out of the marriage as why they chose to get into the marriage in the first place. I think a lot of times the on-screen romances... Thank you, Plumbot, for 64 months. Woo! I think a lot of times the on-set romances, you know, working closely with somebody like that, because you got to admit, you got to be, you know,
for 64 months.
Whether they're good looking or bad looking, working that closely with somebody for that long can sort of create this false idea that you have feelings for them. And I think that's where a lot of them kind of like they get caught up in it. You know, they get caught up in that feeling of the moment, which is not really real, and they go, "Well, let's get married then," you know. You can use a broken painkiller with the space shortcut. With a space shortcut. I don't know what that is. With the space shortcut. Oh, if you go to here. Oh, interesting. So I could use it here if I needed to. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, look at what we learned today, boys and girls. Take that broken painkiller, put it on your radial menu, and you can use it from there. So what did we learn today, boys and girls? Atheenon does not know anything. Yeah, like the show romance carries on into real life. Yeah, and then they wake up later and they're like, yeah, I don't really want to be married to you. That's why whenever you hear about, like, stars, like, hooking up on screen, you know, hooking up while filming a movie or something, I'm always like, yeah, that'll never last. And you know, sometimes it may, but I'd say in general, it doesn't. And yes, it's sometimes the exception proves the rule. The rule is made because 99.999% of the time, it don't last. Put that as a quote. Atheenon does not know anything. Kind of true. Socrates said it best. Socrates said it best. True wisdom comes from knowing that you know nothing. Socrates, dude. All we are is dust in the wind, dude. Dust, wind, dude. I'm gonna try to chop it all up if I can. I don't know if I'll make it or not, but we'll give it a shot. I play 1,000 Days then find it. Hey, you know, Yumiko, I'm so glad you told us about it, though. Subnautica is a go for tomorrow, yes. I will be streaming tomorrow. Subnautica will be on task for tomorrow. Subnautica's a go. Subnautica is a go. Check, check. Subnautica's a go. That makes me think of that. I forget who that comedian was, but he's like, you know who the really scary military guys are? He's like, those are our military guys. The guy rolls up in a Black Hawk helicopter, like levels a place, and then all he does is get on the radio and go, clear. He doesn't say anything else. He's just like, clear. He's out of there. That's the real scary dude. He's not showing emotion or nothing. Oh, we have an aurora tonight. Interesting. Let's map here if we can real quick. There we go. See, we've mapped. We've sort of mapped across. Now it could get really scary. I'm gonna get my bow out. No, my bow out. There we go. Nice thing is about an aurora is you'll not get a storm. You'll not get a storm during an aurora. It might get a little windy. Well, you don't get a storm. I would add to that, the more you know, the more aware you are of how much you don't know, yeah. Of all the things I know, what I don't know is overwhelmingly, it's overwhelmed by the stuff that I don't know. I don't know so much more than I know. Yeah, it's a nice clear night. You know, what's to worry about out here? There's nothing that's gonna come get me, right? Nothing's gonna come eat me. Now, one sucky thing about the sled is that you can't, like, you can't carry a torch while, lit torch while doing it. Nothing within 3 clicks of you is gonna smell all that raw and cooked meat and come get you. If what I knew could fill a bucket, what I didn't know could fill a universe. Exactly. So since this is an aurora out right now, and I really don't want to face any wolfies out here, we're gonna go sleep in the bear's cave. But hey, we got the bear, so that's good. Yay. Yay us. I don't really want to do a lot of mapping down here right now because I want to use the Polaroids. I want to use the Polaroids to map first, and then we'll go and finish up. Because otherwise we could spend a lot of time mapping when we don't need to. Hello, Mr. Bear Cave. There's always a fire back here, too. Nothing in it, though. That makes me sad. Now, me personally, I like to put my bed up here because I have to kind of skinny up to this, which makes me believe that if an animal comes by, they'll have a hard time getting to me, too. Just let me have my belief, okay? Let me have my belief. You know, I was actually at one of the Polaroid spots before Negotiator, and it didn't give me any sign that I could map it without the Polaroid. Oh, Jesus Christ! That I could map it without the Polaroid. So, I know the housing industry is tight, but did you have to kill the bear for an apartment? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. He had to go. He had to go. That's just how it went. I'm going to get 1 more hour of sleep to get a save point. There we go. Now, when we pick up tomorrow, we're at day 360. We got less than 5 days to go, and we'll be 1 year in the game, boys and girls. 1 year. Oh, you know what I should do, probably? Should probably drop his hide here. Get that curing. I didn't bring the guts because it was really, really bad outside, so. It was really nasty outside. I think it was a bug in drop 4 that got fixed in one of the hot fixes. Oh, okay. So that may be something, Negotiator, that happened that no longer is actually active or whatever. So that could be something that like happened a while ago and now you can't do that anymore. All right. Well, boys and girls, we're going to wrap up here today. We'll be back with this. We'll be hitting 1 year tomorrow. We're going to do some more mapping and yapping. But right now I'm going to take a short little break. We're going to come back, and we're going to start in with some Medieval Dynasty. YouTube side, thank you for coming by and hanging out with us. We will be back with Medieval Dynasty on YouTube as well, but I'm going to stop and then restart the video here just so we have it sectioned off. But thank you, everybody on YouTube. If you want to come back and check out some Medieval Dynasty, come on back. We'll be doing year 4, spring and summer, and that'll be a lot of fun. But until next time, YouTube, we'll see you later. And it's so